Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living Coach. How is everyone? I wanted to do a quick video on the full moon in Taurus and what that means for us. So, I'd like to start off with saying I cut my hair. It's a very Taurus thing to do. It's tangible and it's physical. It's of the 3D. Yeah, it's of the five senses, right? It's our value. And I cut my hair and it is Mercury retrograde. I meant to do an A line and I ended up doing it backwards where it was short in the front and long in the back. So it ended up being a happy mistake. However, I was pretty happy with the turnout, even though it's not exactly what I expected. And I think that is like the energy for this full moon. Actually, for this month, to be honest with you. I think that, you know, Divine's plan has something for us that we don't really see right now. Hence, it's been super foggy, as above, so below. We are driving through this fog and we're not quite sure what is around us and what is happening, but it's being rearranged for our higher good. And things that we thought were going to be one way or we hoped for it to turn out is actually going to be another way, but it's going to be better than we expected. So, as far as Taurus energy, Taurus is the manifestation into the physical, right? It helps Aries, Mars manifest into the physical plane, right? So let me get over my notes right here. I really wanted to go live today and it's been a Mercury retrograde morning. Nothing is working. My live isn't working on my Facebook and I couldn't find it on my YouTube channel. So I'm just making this video and I'm going to upload it. I will try to do a live later with the card readings. So Taurus is right. It's fixed and it's earth. And it rules the throat and being able to speak and verbalize like a 2 or 3-year-old when they're learning how to speak. It is a youthful energy. It rules the heart chakra. And I have been drinking cacao all week. I have my cacao, the Grinch. I love this stuff. They sell it at Whole Foods and it's very good with opening your valves in your heart chakra. It gives you a burst of energy, wakes you up, and it's really great for meditating on the things of your heart. So the moon rules Cancer, and this is our emotion. It's our perception. It's like our soul, right? The perception of the world. And with the moon being in Taurus, we're really thinking about our value, right? It's cultivating self-reliance and enjoyment of values through working with the natural world. And this full moon will be illuminating the hidden. It is the bringer of light. It's a revelation that's happening. This will reveal the right relationships for your life. Venus is the ruler and the esoteric ruler of Vulcan. We all know live long and prosper, right? It is the blacksmith of the gods in the orbit of Mercury, aligning you. However, it's not manifested in the physical yet. And that's what I'm talking about, the fog. But you have an inner knowing of what might be there, right? So it's really important that we're tuning in to our third eye and our higher self. A great time for meditation. Okay, the sun is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is water and it's also fixed. It opposes the Taurus energy, right? It's the same coin, but different sides. It rules the solar plex and the genitals in the body. So the sun rules Leo, right? And that is the child, that's the heart as well. It's the obvious, it's what's seen. It is your child nature, exposing the truth through deep involvements and penetrating the depths of life. So Pluto is in Capricorn too. All right. And that is Scorpio's ruler. So we have all these planets playing a role in what is really happening right now. And Mercury's in retrograde in Scorpio until November 20th. Today is the Taurus meteor shower. That was last night on Thursday. What is today? Today is Friday the 8th. So yeah, this morning was the Taurus meteor shower. It's in the constellation of Taurus. Blessings are coming in. I feel like energy from like out in the cosmos are coming in as well. So, things that could get in our way is this negative self-talk, being self-critical. So there's aspects, right? The aspects, I'll just list the aspects for you guys, and then I'll talk about what I think they mean. So the moon in Taurus conjuncts Vesta.
Mercury in Libra is conjunct the sun. That's not right.
The sun, Scorpio, trines Neptune. Mars in Libra squares Pluto. Mars opposes Uranus. Venus squares Neptune. Saturn trines the moon. Mercury sextiles Saturn. Chiron squares Jupiter and Ceres. And Neptune squares Jupiter. So there's a lot of important aspects going on, and they're all players in the bigger scheme of things. So there is a lot of revelation and positive change this month. We have two meteor showers, the Taurids on and the Leonoids. And so it will be in Leo on the 7th, that was last night, and the Leonoids is the 17th. We have Jupiter and Venus conjunct, which is super lucky. It's super nice because it's expanding the love, beauty, money, everything. And that's on the 24th of this month. The last time was on January 22nd of this year, and it's not going to happen again until 2021. So enjoy that energy. It's something good and positive, and I believe that this moon is also good and positive moon. Mercury leaves its retrograde in Scorpio on the 20th. The sun enters Sagittarius on the 22nd, along with the new moon in Sagittarius on the 26th. Neptune turns stationary direct in Pisces on the 27th, and I'll do more videos and details on those specific transits. But as far as the full moon in Taurus and the rest of this month, we are being revealed some deep-seated things from our unconscious. The sun is shining on the hidden things. People will expose themselves, so listen to your higher self and keep your third eye open. The right relationships will form, and the third eye is opening more. Anything that is moving through Scorpio will never come out the same, and the sun is there right now. I'm going to pull up the chart here. Mercury's right there. So those are two. Venus already went through, so she's expanding right now. The feminine energy is really expanding her spirituality and what she wants to learn more about. Okay, so Mercury is in Scorpio, being rebirth for sure. So that is Gemini and Virgo energy, and the sun is Leo energy. So with that being said, where is Leo in your chart? This is what is being rebirthed and transformed. Leo is the inner child, and that is playfulness within. It's about expressing oneself, as well as sharing our passions and love for one another. Mercury will be coming to conjoin the sun during this transit, making it very easy to connect with other worlds. Messages from God, spirit guides, ancestors will be readily available, so take time to meditate and check in. I had a dream of my great grandma Molly the other night, so that is just another confirmation that this energy is available to us. Mercury is in retrograde in Scorpio, and Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini and Virgo. So, where is that in your chart? Where is Scorpio in your chart? These are the areas that are being reconstructed, reanalyzed, and reexamined. Gemini and Virgos are feeling the slowdown and the transformation as well. So stay tuned for messages. They will be clearer. During retrogrades, the best advice is to go inward. Be clearer. During retrogrades, the best advice is to go inward. And I'm repeating myself because it's Mercury retrograde. And be mindful of any communications, including driving. This is not the time to push things forward and make things happen. This is also not the time to expect things to show up. If anything, it won't. And if it does, it likely won't last long. So keep that in the back of your mind. When things aren't working out, it's meant to be that it doesn't work out because there's new things coming in. Our perceptions are off and things are not as they seem. We are battling our inner critic at the same time. So don't judge yourself or be too critical. Just go with the flow. These may not be our thoughts, but those being purged from our unhealthy past, like our parents, old friends, and society. The family dynamics could be surfacing, your childhood experiences, past lives, or any old karmic energy coming to the surface to allow these thoughts to be seen and let the emotions be felt and transmute them for fuel for your new journey. As you are forgiven from your past, you have learned, and we are moving into Sagittarius season soon. We will be receiving the greatness God has for our life. Let the light be bright. This is also a time to check in with our values. Ask ourselves, what am I doing for a living? And is this in alignment with my values? Is this place I'm living reflecting my values? Our home is a reflection of our mind. Look around. What do you see? Is the relationships I'm in, romantically or platonically, in correlation with my values? Sometimes we are unconsciously dating a reflection of our unhealthy parents. What needs to be looked deeper into? Are your relationships helping you? Is it equally giving and receiving? If not, what's going on there? Knowing your worth will be evident during this transit. Understanding and being aware of how cycles work, how we could easily take on energies that are not ours, and how we hold on to them as our own, not knowing we actually have a choice. Yeah, choice. We have a choice. Remembering you have a choice, and that's all that you have is our own right to choose. We choose our life. And so if you're not happy with some aspect, it's best to examine and ask yourself why you tolerate it or why you haven't made any moves in the direction you desire. Also, Mars Libra is square to Pluto, which is a passive aggressive energy. Be mindful of people poking or passively directing digs or shit talking behind your back. It is something you'll see in this transit. This is most likely just an aspect of ourselves that is being projected onto others. So if this is you, take a look in the mirror and figure out what you're not seeing. Focus on the Mercury and the Sun with this transit, because those are the two that are in Scorpio having a rebirth. Go inward and align yourself with your values. Don't let Mars and Pluto get in the way of your ascension. Let it reveal our darkness within so it can be transmuted into superpowers to work with between the worlds and spread the light. Remembering that the arrows of Aspire will wake the dragon. So be ready. Have your armor, have your weapons in place. I think this full moon will shed clarity and revelation, meaning in a surprising way, with an unknown fact and divine disclosure to humanity relating to human existence and the world we live in. Ultimately, we are gaining change for our future stability, like rebuilding our foundation to withstand more. We are being formed and molded to live in the new world. Our foundation that we once built in the old world will never be able to withstand the weight of the new world. So, with that being said, make sure that your foundation is stable. And Taurus will be shedding light on those aspects that we need to focus on. So here's for the coffee, cosmos, and cacao. And I just wanted to remind you guys, I have the workshop, How to Read Your Basic Birth Chart Reading, in Oakland on Lake Merritt, November 23rd at 2 o'clock. If you can make it, please hit me up. You could send a personal message. If you have my number, text me and just let me know that you want to go. I have many options that you could pay. It's $20 before November 12th. Otherwise, it goes up to $50. And if you're having you don't get paid until after the 12th, hit me up and we'll work something out. Okay? And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I wish I was live and so I could chat with you guys, but I will try to get a card reading up soon. All right, your Lucid Living Coach, Karina. Peace out. Love you.